Mercator College. Located just on the edge of campus, so it's inconvenient to go to pretty much every class. But inside these walls of the so-called Arts College are these so acclaimed artistes. Three-time Art On champions in just 3 years. And in those same 3 years, three-time Unigames losers. But who are these people? They're more than just the names on plaques and the pictures seen on walls. They have stories to tell, lives they've led, and it's our job to explore the tales of Mercator.
Hello, I'm Bernardo.
Hi, my name is Emil Ansh Adlin Kamilka.
So, hello, I'm Chaudhry Ahmed Sardar.
Hello. Hello.
My name is Ana Maria Dobrescu.
My name is Dragos Pashwari.
I didn't know we were doing full names.
Hi, my name is Mariel.
Hi, I'm Guden. I'm from Cyprus.
Hi, my name is Advait. I'm a third year BCCB student and I have lived in Merck for 3 years.
Hello, my name is Alec Bowman. I'm a third year IRPH major and I've lived in Mercator for 3 years.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm a third year SMP Society and Media and Politics major.
My name is Stefan Dushnoki.
I'm Santiago Ham, but that's not actually my last name.
My name depends on which document you're looking at. I have different names, but most people know me as Bucky.
Hello everyone, my name is Jan Chami.
Hi everyone, my name is Maria. I come from Brazil.
Hi everyone, I'm Ömer Güzel from Turkey.
Okay, my name is Yasin Gasimov.
Hello, my name is Enes. I am at my favorite place right now, editing this video that you're watching. And speaking of favorite places, we asked them, what is your favorite place in Mercator?
Well, I would say my room, but I feel like that's kind of a basic answer.
My room, the little window area in my room.
Say my room. I've had the same room for 3 years now. And am I allowed to say that? Yeah.
Oh my god, so the Romanian embassy, because in our second year we used to live together and people called it the Romanian embassy, and I think like that's literally my favorite spot in Mercator. I think that's all of our favorite spots in Mercator.
The basement. My room probably, or the MCO.
My favorite place in Mercator is probably the MCO. I know I spend a lot of time here in my room, and I never worked in the CO. Actually, no, scrap that, cut that.
Well, this is going to be common, but my favorite place is the college office because I feel like it has all aspects, either in studying or the fun part. There's like a TV to enjoy, there is a massage chair to enjoy, so my favorite cozy place is the college office.
I will say I am publicly obligated to say that it's the MCO. Enes, please don't shoot me.
The MCO. And it's not just the decorations, which, well, I love. I love the setup, the colors, especially the art on corner. It's also the people.
Kyo, obviously, I think, yeah.
Okay, that's a hard question. It's tied between the common room and the MCO. That's because in my second year, I spent most of my time in the common room for 1 semester, and then it slowly shifted towards the college office. My favorite place is obviously C Block. C Block is the best block, and in particular, the C Block laundry room, aside from the last couple months, has been my go-to laundry room for 3 years, even living here in B Block. I go over there to do laundry, and the best thing is I wait there and I can sing little songs in the basement, and it's killer. It's a banger. The acoustics are fantastic.
Liverpool, the second floor niche that we call Liverpool. I think that's one of my favorite places, or the other one, my room, but that's a really basic answer. So I would say Liverpool.
The corner of the L sofa.
The Cerberry Priest Colorist. I used to like the Cerberry, like the before, with like the older tables like in the ground. Yeah, that a lot of fun memories there.
Besides my room, I really miss when we would eat regularly in the Merc servery. Lots of very fun, interesting, and at times questionable, you know what I mean, conversations took place in that place?
Honestly, obviously, the CO. I think it was pretty much the first place I got very attached to on campus, and I met a lot of friends there. I did a lot of things there.
I remember coming here, and that was one of the things that I worried about. Like, how am I even gonna find friends? Like, I just have to attend events and stuff. But actually, it happened without even me like realizing.
I remember how I met my first initial group of friends. That happened at the career fair back in the beginning of first year.
There was the major fair where all the teachers were sitting in the SCC. You could go talk to them, figure out what's going on with your major. And I was like, okay, let me go check it out, find out what my teachers are like.
I ended up talking to one of the professors about something computer science related, and Bucky happened to be there. And I accidentally stepped on his shoe multiple times.
Steph stepped on me like 10 times or something over there. Like, genuinely, it was insane. That's how he was doing it on purpose at one point. We'd be standing, he'd step on me, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's okay. 2 seconds later, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I did not move, by the way. I was standing in the same spot.
And I kept saying sorry, but I realized I should probably like fully apologize after we're done talking to the professor. So we stepped away once we were done. I apologized, and then we started talking about other things.
And then from that, the conversation diverted to him introducing himself and talking about his favorite book. It's The Three-Body Problem.
And then I heard this one guy talking about this book, and I was like, oh wow, that sounds pretty interesting. I'm gonna just stand here and listen.
So Solomon, before he fully joined our discussion, he kept walking around as well. And multiple times he came and went. And then in the times that he came, he just got up close to us and he would stare at me and Bucky like this. Like.
And then he starts describing his book. Solomon asked him some questions. Then he asked me, he's like, yo, what's your favorite book? I panicked. I just named the last book I read. It was not my favorite book. I think he still thinks it's my favorite book. He's cut this out the video. He doesn't need to know.
And fast forward now, and those are my best friends.
From there on, so basically day one. So we've known each other since day one. And then everything else just followed, everything else.
When you come from a country where a lot of people here are from, it's just easy to stick to that group of friends because you're from the same country, speak the same language.
And we're all from Romania. So, like,
it was just me being group chat Dragos.
Yeah, like that's literally how I approached Dragos. I saw him at Marshmallow Night and I went straight to him and I was like, oh my God, Dragos from the group chat. And with Delia, I met with her because we had the same advisor back home. And like the second I got on campus, I texted her and I was like, hey,
and we grabbed dinner
yeah.
together.
And
then we kept grabbing dinner together.
Yeah, and we helped someone move in and we carried a lot of stuff. So that I think was a bonding moment for us. And meet people from other countries, not just your own country. We're not the people to get
not the best
to give that advice. No, we have friends from other countries as well.
The other one that stood out the most would definitely be Advice. I met him at the neighborhood tour. Been stuck with him since.
I met her on the neighborhood tour, and the person I was talking to was not interested in what I was saying. And then Gulin came in and then saw me socially struggle, and then she came into the conversation, and yeah, she's like not leaving me alone.
See, this is what I mean by I'm stuck. Send help.
She's physically stuck because every time I see her, I'm not letting her go. She's the one who got me into the curly hair thing. Not right now. I brushed it out because I couldn't deal with it. But yeah, anyway. You can go bald.
No, you have really nice.
I know.
So when I first came to campus, Zeynep and I came from the same high school, as you know. So of course, the first person to pick me up from the train station was Zeynep, but also Santiago. So Santiago was the first person I ever met here, I think. And after that, I was a late arrival, so I missed very single front-oriented activities. And after that, I don't remember the events that led to this, but at some point we ended up in Zeynep's room with teacups because I famously like tea, and apparently she already talked to everyone about me like tea. So we were just in her room sitting down and having tea, cups in her hands, and that group is going to end up like my first friend group, which is the tea party.
Well, to me, it was a tea party in the most literal sense possible. But I don't think everyone was under the impression that it was a tea party in the most literal sense possible. Coming from that tea workshop at the beginning of the year, I think some people, I won't say names, were a little confused by it.
It was the first week. It was a girl I was talking to, and I said, "Are you coming to the MCO grand opening?" And she says, "Yeah, I'll be there." I'm like, "Cool, see you there." Because I was smooth. I was 18 years old. My vocal cords hadn't fully dropped yet. I knew what I was doing. There I was, chilling in the MCO grand opening. Irfan's making me a waffle or something, and she's not there. I'm like, I've been stood up in 1 week. What am I doing here? But then she pulls up finally, and she's like, "Do you want tea?" And I'm like, oh, I know where this is going. So I'm like, sure, yeah. And she goes, yeah, let's go back to my room and have tea. I'm like, well, okay then. So I go all the way down to her room. I learned later it was not her room. And I walk in, there's a whole group of people there. I'm like, we're having tea with all these people?
For whatever reason, I don't remember, we left the door open. And what happened was, like, the door was open, then suddenly these two people show up randomly. And they're like, hey, can we join you guys? And we're like, yeah, sure.
And then I got handed a mug, and they gave me tea. I'm like, oh, we're having a tea party. She goes, yeah, what do you think this is?
And then that guy turned out to be one of my best friends for 3 years now. So, shout out to Alkomi.
And now we've been friends ever since. And of course, I met Enes in this tea room. I met Zainab and a whole bunch of other people in that tea room. And we became the first group chat I was ever in, the tea party.
And it was fun to see, but it turns out we got along relatively well, and we still do.
People I met from Santiago, meeting him for a pizza, and then now we've traveled all across Germany together. I met Enes at a tea party where I thought I was getting some other kind of tea. But now we're a great group of friends. I've been to a sauna naked with them before, and that's what Mercator can do.
If we were sitting eating the mushroom pizza on the first day, and you had told me like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be in the sauna naked with this man in 2 years," I would have probably believed you. Now that I think about it.
First person I've ever met when I came here was actually Ines Zubaksai. Apparently he saw me in the plane, but he didn't say anything because he didn't think I was going to Construction University. And then eventually we met up in TK office while we were getting our documents done. Yeah, it was very cool. I don't remember. I was probably drunk. I was drunk the first 3 weeks of university. I don't remember anything. I remember how I met people. Most people are like, "Oh my God, I remember you from," and I'm like, "Ah."
So we have two friends group different. Still all of them are friends, but like hanging out. They're two different groups, and I was always wanted them to hang out with more and become unified, like unified Europe, unified friend group. But it didn't happen. And in the morning of 1st of April, I wake up and suddenly see this group called French Fries, and it's the combination of both groups, and they're talking like, let's meet, get some lunch together like last time, blah 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 blah. And it's a group created in 2024. And I was thinking, since when is this group? Does this group exist?
Sweet French rice, bro.
But for other people, whenever we used to sit in the Merc server back in the day, people would pass by our table and look at us so horrified when they overhear whatever we were talking about. Nothing specific, but anything would stand out. Their faces, that's the funniest moment for me.
But it was fun while it lasted, I guess. I've never seen 8 tables in the servery lined up since those days. It was diabolical, I'm not gonna lie, but fun.
Wait, I don't know if I should be saying this. I might be incriminating myself here. Anyways, I have a volleyball. One time I just took it outside in the hallway, A block third. Why am I giving the location actually? Adila, I'm sorry. Okay, I almost hit a light, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, we were playing volleyball in the hallway, and I fell on my ass twice. Okay, like I got up and I fell again.
So one time, during the Halloween evening, it was me, Bucky, and a bunch of other people. We were doing the escape room, And then Hatim scared the crap out of Bucky, and he just yelled so much. That was pretty funny.
Me and a friend, who he will remain anonymous for his privacy. We were feeling playful and we were running around first floor from the servery up to where our rooms were because we both lived in the same hallway. We were just running as fast as we possibly could, and I guess the corner was a little bit too sharp for him because he tripped. I don't know exactly what went on. I just know that I was in front. It was towards the back, and I heard a loud boom, and my poor friend was face first on the floor, skid from like here to like there.
But what literally happened is Mario sat there and watched me go into the air, subsequently land and skid about half a meter on the floor. The only thing touching the floor was this side of my face.
His feet were in the air, and I didn't see my friend run for the next like 2 years after that.
I wish I could have seen myself trip and fall at the Oktoberfest toss first year.
So it was after toss, and all of us had a rough time. And we came back home in our own apartment, and we were sitting on the cold tiles.
Yes.
And we decided that we want to fund a new club.
Yes.
And
Called the Hating Men Club.
it had a €5 entry fee.
Yes.
We made a poster for it.
Yeah, we had
put it
a
on the
sign
door.
and we put it on the door. And we said that Dragos is the only man allowed in the Hating Men Club. And we slept with the sign the whole night, like on the door. And the next morning, when we woke up, we didn't remember a single thing out of it. And we went to the kitchen to grab something, and we just saw the sign, and we were like, "Oh,
Realization came.
yeah, the consequences of our own actions."
I woke up in one of the bathrooms once.
Which one? Like the public ones?
I woke up in one of the bathrooms, didn't have my phone, didn't have my keys. And it was really bad because I was so disoriented because I was like, why am I here?
First year Mexican Independence Day in the North Common Room. That one was fun. I met a lot of people there. I met my girlfriend in that day.
I think it will be probably the first time I watched a movie with Jaran. That was the beginning of everything in Amamar. It was lovely, and everything started from there. So every fun moment or nice moment that I have will traces back there. So that will be my favorite moment.
But I really remember this one time we went to watch a meteor shower in like November first year, and Campus Green. That was pretty peak.
I remember like the first day, the first moment I came in C block, and I saw my name and my home flag, like Albanian flag, in the door, and since that moment I felt like home. That Mercator was my home, so.
We did Mercator Strasse and we themed Carnival in Brazil. That really changed something in my brain that day, and it was really nice seeing like my flag everywhere, everyone dancing to my playlist, and my friends having fun, everyone saying that the event was really nice, and like sharing this culture with people that I really like. Honestly, it's so cold. Honestly, it made me feel very, very happy.
But my friend Skerdi, he was robotics from my hometown and my best friend. He told me that Mercator is the best, and I chose Mercator because it was blue and Skerdi used to live here. I didn't know that it was actually the best college. I'm not joking. I think even if you ask students from other colleges, they will say that Mercator is the best.
With the people in Merc really happened in Ardon. And Ardon both years, especially fashion show, this year was much better. Yeah, like it was, I think that's, especially the all-nighters. Each year we pulled all-nighters. I think that really made me spiritually connected with some of the people.
Me modeling during like the fashion show, that's like something that comes to my mind because it's not something that I envisioned myself to see. But then having my friends there to support me and all that was like not funny, not embarrassing, but just a rare moment that I had in my life that I thought I would never do. So
Second year, our movie Keine Zeit, meine Liebe has this transition that me and Enes always work together in these movies. And he said, "Oh, Alec, I don't know if this transition is going to look good. It just seems kind of goofy." I said, "Trust the vision, trust the process." And Enzi was filming in our old apartment, das Hansa-Haus. He throws the thing dramatically over his shoulder, and it transitions. Now he's putting on the jacket in Campus Green to the big fight scene with Shubankar. And in the cinema, we did this transition, and the entire crowd was like, "Ooh!" And that was so cool because it's something like it's my crazy idea that, of course, Ennis then executed perfectly as usual, and then the entire school was astounded by it. That felt amazing.
The movie finished. Everyone started clapping, and I turned around, and everyone was just standing up and clapping the movie we made, and that was a fantastic feeling. For 3 years now, it's always art fun. It's a fantastic experience, and every single year winning it was crazy. What is defeat? I guess we never know. But I would say the third one, especially, was a very harsh one on us, and it was the most stressful one, I would say, and it was also the most risky one until the very end. So winning that was also very nice.
Ardon. This year's Ardon, when they were announcing the 4th place, 3rd place, 2nd place, 1st place, I'm sitting there. I was like, I'm gonna cry, you know. There's no way we don't win in my last year here. We all worked so hard. And then they're like, the winner of Ardon 2025 is? And then I just look at them and I'm like, College 3! And then you just hear them announce, Mercator College! And then it was crazy. Everyone jumped up. We all started screaming. I thought I heard them wrong. So I look at Emmett, and he looks at me. And then I look at Bisara, and then I'm like, wait. And then I'm like, wait.
If you do not win Art On next year, we're coming back for you.
That's actually what I was thinking about art time. I was like, who's gonna drum next year? But I hope there's someone out there who can drum.
Please win Arton so I can do this when I come back eventually.
I hope we win our 4th Arton. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Can you guys walk in frame and give a 4 now? Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Enes Yusuf is the best person I know.
His girlfriend's in the back.
Oh yeah, she's sitting right there. She's working, but I love that man. He's doing a heart behind the camera. You can't see it.
First of all, screw you, Enes and Alec Bowman, for making me die first in all the projects I've taken part in. I should not die first, okay?
Amazing. What are your thoughts on identity fraud?
So you see, it's a very common thing back home.
This community, we have a lot of fire alarms for normal people. But overall, I think we're doing a very good job.
I'm not gay.
He's just an ally.
I'm an ally, yeah. I'm an ally.
These are good, great, but we have to. No, cut the shit. Never mind.
Camera recorded me.
Ennis killed the bug.
I'm not sorry, bug.
Fuck crap.
Hey, my name is Solomon Jora, and I'm proud to be Mercatorian.
No, stay cool, stay Mercator.
Thank you, Merc. Stay awesome.
I won't miss the food, especially the pizza. I won't miss the pizza.
And now there's some of the people that I'm gonna be sad when I don't have them, like when I can't see them anymore. Oh my god, that got me a little emotional.
It has been an honor and a pleasure to live here in Mercator College. It has meant so much to me.
I just want to say thank you to everyone.
I think what makes this place so special from other colleges as well is that the spirit that refused to die somehow this semester, because we had a lot of budget cuts, we had a lot of difficulties, but the team, the residential team, my colleagues, shout out to Bisera, we organized so many different things, so many different events, and that passion never died. And it was really nice to see that passion also didn't die within the community either.
Okay, damn, this place has a whole different vibe than the entirety of the college or the entirety of the university. And it was just a whole new experience for me. And I think being in Merc really showed me that, okay, people here are actually really cool.
When I first came here, I was very, very, very homesick. Like the first year and a half or so, I didn't like appreciate what I had here. Now that I had finally begun to, truly enjoy my time here, I felt like time went by so fast. And I know that in a few years or when I'm older, I'm going to be thinking back to this time, that this is the time where I'm going to be missing the most,
I think I miss the comfort from being here, like especially with Mercator, because Mercator is one of the the smallest colleges. So I'm really gonna miss the warmth that it offers. I know we're blue, but inside I'm gonna say fuchsia, because that's a pretty color. So we're all cerulean, but we are still fuchsia. I hope that Merck stays as accepting and as warm and as fun and as tight-knit of a community, because I think some colleges lack that.
I don't think I or any of us will have the privilege to live together with your closest friends. For example, Alec lives just 2 doors away from me. My other friend just either one floor above or below me, or in another block just 1 minute away from me. And this eventually leads up to a creation of a beautiful community that always help each other, get to know each other, and you live the most beautiful years of your life, which are the university years, together. And Mercator, with its unique style of blending people together, I don't know where that will come from, maybe from the CEO people, or maybe from that it's one of the smallest colleges, that it brings you together and helps you strengthen your bonds even more, to the point that you are just a close friend, becomes part of your daily life together here.
I mean it in a good sense that like everything is so close, I can walk a couple steps, knock on someone's door, and stay with them until 2 a.m, talking about the most useless things. I can walk a couple more steps and go to this room where all people come to interact and have fun.
I will take more than 10 minutes just to list all the things that I will miss. But let's say the friends and the connections, the community.
I can go first. I will miss the people in this room and the people in this building in general. So
I will miss my friends.
Oh my god! I don't know. I will also miss my friends, obviously, and I'm gonna miss the whole community. And I don't know. I think like in the past year, I have met and befriended a lot of new people, and I'm gonna miss them terribly. So I don't know. And the overall atmosphere and vibe, because we are indeed the best college on campus. So I don't think we're gonna ever find this tight-knit community ever again. So
My friends, because it's your friends that make Mercator home,
Mostly the people, this sense of community, getting to meet so many incredible people.
I've had the amazing opportunity to travel to people's home countries and meet their families, and that's been some of the best experiences of my life. And of course, that's great. This communities last after we graduate, but I guess how just easy it is to meet people here is truly amazing. And I guess the diversity of people you can meet is something I miss a lot.
But I think mostly the people, like I met so many good people around Mercator. I met you guys. I met the people that I work together with in the college office. I met the friends. I met so many people. So I feel like the people, and even like all the events that we had, and Mercator felt like a family. It didn't feel like Paseo College or anything. So the family that I created here is what I'm going to miss the most.
I think what I will miss the most is the people. All the friends that I made, and like being able to just see them like casually every day or like every 2 days, like not being able to see them that often and like talk with them. That's what I'll miss the most.
I think it's definitely the people, because again, Merck has always been like a tight-knit family. It's like a home away from home, and the people make it feel that way.
And it is a warm community, especially in a country with people as cold and distant as Germans can be. It is nice to see people wave at you and say hi. It is nice. Keeps your spirits up. I will miss the Mercator spirit. blue spirit. Yay.
Like the people, I think that overall, like in university, we can get education anywhere, but I think I wouldn't be the same person if it wasn't for the people that I met here.
Yeah, I will miss the people, but I guess, I mean, the thing is, now that I listen to 19 people talk about this, it's kind of like, my answer is going to be very cliche because I know a lot of people talk about this. Yes, it's the people, and yes, it's the fact that you live together in this place, in this very small place actually, with all your friends.
Well, the community, I don't think there's any question about that. It really became like an important thing as the years went on for me. So just talking to people, even if I just like half know them or if they're really good friends, either way, it was interesting to do this. It was interesting to meet people in such a way, and I think that's going to be one of the things that I miss most about the place.
So friendly, and I think that's something that Mercator has always been known for. And I do believe with all my heart that even as the years go on, this is something that Mercator will never lose. This spirit of friendliness, this spirit of just being, having this bond with everyone. And I will definitely say that if you're in Mercator, you're never alone.
That's deep.
That's deep.
1, 2, 3, go.
Here we are, outside College 3. A total mess. The loudest college here at Yockham's University. We're heading into the most unseen and
Okay guys, Aya's gonna open the door.
Es gab nur dich und mich da draußen. Große Felder und sehen doch viel mehr nicht. Es war 1994 und wir wussten nicht wohin. Also gingen wir in ein Bett. Und wir teilten uns unseren Walkman. Das erste Bier, mein Mofa und den Frust. Im Nachtbus, Fenster der Mond. Der erste Kuss war Erdbeerbohle und Spucke, wie ein Polaroid im Regen. Leicht verschwommen, das war die schönste Zeit. Die schönste Zeit, weil alles dort begann. Die schönste Zeit, und Berlin war wie New York, ein meilenweit entfernter Ort. Und deine Tränen waren Kajal. An dem Tag, als Kurt Cobain starb, lagst du in meinen Armen. Das war die schönste Zeit. Die schönste Zeit, weil alles dort begann. Die schönste Zeit. Dein erstes Tattoo war dann der Refrain. It's better to burn out than to fade away. My mind, hey, hey. Und ich kaufte mir Neil Young und ein Nirvana-Shirt. Als du später wegzogst, brach ich heimlich zusammen. Ich spielte unentwegt Gitarre, heulte auf Papier. Du warst im Polaroid im Regen. Und mein erstes Lied, das war die schönste Zeit. Die schönste Zeit, weil alles dort begann. Die schönste Zeit, und Berlin war wie New York, ein meilenweit entfernter Ort. Und deine Tränen waren Kajal. An dem Tag, als Kurt Cobain starb, lagst du in meinen Armen. Das war die schönste Zeit. Die schönste Zeit.
They tried to stop us.
Hey, my man. Was wir nicht können, ist irgendwas wiederholen. Ein Augenblick, kein Moment, kann sich je wiederholen. Was wir nicht können, ist irgendwas wiederholen. Wir können nicht zurück und warum sollten wir Das war die schönste Zeit.
Oh Mike. Guys, hey, just to clarify, Addison, G, come here. Do you consent to be interviewed? I hit you with a boom mic, yes? What was the soft part?
Backstage stand, lagst du in meinen Armen. Das war die schönste Zeit. Oh well, whatever, never mind. Hab letzte Nacht von dir geträumt und von der schönsten Zeit. Die schönste Zeit.